Hello everyone, welcome back to Innovate Code Hub YouTube channel. I am Damit. Today I am going to explain about JDBC. JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. Java Database Connectivity can be used for connect Java applications with databases. I use MySQL as database. In the middle, we can use MySQL connector for the connect Java applications with databases. I use Visual Studio Code for the code implementation. If you don't have Visual Studio Code IDE, you can go to this link and download Visual Studio Code as you want. I will attach this URL with my video description. If you need to download Visual Studio Code, you guys will be able to download Visual Studio Code using this link. Okay, I will move on to my Visual Studio Code. In the Visual Studio Code, I have created a folder called JDBC. Before move on to code of JDBC, I will explain singleton design pattern. I will explain singleton design pattern with some code example. I create main class inside the JDBC folder. I will create main.java class inside JDBC folder. Okay, I have created a class called main. I will add main method inside main class. As well as I add separate class in here, class A, and I add instance inside A class type of A. Public static A. Then I add method in here, public static get instance method. I add return type as A. Then I add condition in here. If A instance is null, if A instance is null, assign new object to A. Other than that, return A. I have added simple method inside A class, get instance, return type is A. I have created instance of A. I checked if A is null. If A is null, return new object to the A. Otherwise, we can return A. And I add separate method in here, public void show instance. I add a out in here. Then I am going to create separate reference type of A inside main class. A1 equal A dot get instance. Then I can call A1 dot show instance. A1 dot show instance, as well as I create a two reference in here, a2 equal a dot get instance. Then I can call using a2 reference a2 dot show instance. Then we can see the result of this. When I run the code, you can see result as same instance. This code demonstrates a simple implementation of singleton pattern where a single instance of a class is created sharing among multiple parts of the program. This ensures that a1 and a2 variables refer the same instance, and both class show instant print same instance reference. We can say simply this one is a singleton design pattern. I will move on to my JDBC connection related code changes. For that, I am going to remove this a class in here, and I will create separate class inside JDBC folder. I will create DB connection class in here, dbconnection.java. Inside DB connection class, I create separate instance of DB connection and connection. I will create private static instance of DB connection class. Private static DB connection, as well as I create private variable of connection class, connection from JavaSQL. Okay, I have created two variable inside DB connection class. First one is static variable of DB connection class, other one private connection of SQL connection class. Okay, then I will add constructor in here, private DB connection. Inside constructor of DB connection class, I add class dot forName. For name, I can use com dot mysql dot JDBC cj dot mysql dot cj dot JDBC dot driver. I have added class.forName in here. Class not found exception should be throws. Then I add driver manager dot get connection in here. Driver manager dot get connection. This one is database URL JDBC MySQL localhost port number 3306, database name DB name JDBC MySQL localhost 3306, DB name, username, can add username in here, as well as we can add password. Okay. We have to throw SQL exception in here. I have added two. One is class.phoname, other one is driver.getConnection. I will explain what is the meaning of these. We can use class.phoname load MySQL driver. This one driver.getConnection, we can use establish a database connection using this one. We can add database URL, username, password. In this case, it's connecting to MySQL database running localhost with the database name, DB name, as well as username, root, password we can add here. Then I am going to add separate method to get instance of DB connection. Public static DB connection, return type DB connection, method name get instance. Inside get instance method, I check DB connection. If DB connection is null, if the DB connection is null, assign new object to DB connection instance. Assign new object to DB connection instance. Return DB connection. Okay. DB connection null. Son. We have to throw class not found exception and SQL exception in here. Then public return type connection get connection. Inside get connection return connection. Okay. You can see I have added two methods with constructor. This DB connection class establishes singleton database connection to a MySQL database. DB connection method get instance of DB connection class is available throughout the application lifecycle, as well as get connection method provides access the established database connection. Okay, I am going to do some code changes in my main class. Before move on to that part, I will create separate folder for the add MySQL connector. Here I will add lib folder I will add lib folder. Then we can download MySQL connector. We can download MySQL connector using this link. I will attach this link with my video description. You guys will be able to download MySQL connector in here. Once you download MySQL connector, we need to add MySQL connector inside lib folder. Already I have downloaded MySQL connector. Inside MySQL connector, you can see executable jar file. Copy this file and add to lib folder. I am going to apply MySQL connector to lib folder. Once you add MySQL connector to lib folder, you can see MySQL connector jar file in here. Then I am going to do some code changes inside main class. Before move on to code of main class, I show what are the database are available in my MySQL server. What is the particular database is going to use. For that I use MySQL command line. I will show what are the databases available in my MySQL server. I use sample DB as use database. Use sample DB. Then I will show what are the tables which are available in sample DB. Show tables. There are two tables in sample DB. I select customers table, select all from customers. There are 4 columns in customer table: ID, name, age, city. Okay. I will use sample DB as my DB. Inside DB connection class, we can change DB name as we want. I use sample DB. Okay. Inside main class, I create scanner input. New scanner system dot in. I add s out. In my table, customers table, there is a column city. I get city for the input. Enter customer city. Then I add string city equal input dot next line. Okay. Then I'm going to create connection in here. Connection Java SQL, import should be from Java SQL. Connection equal DB connection dot get instance dot get connection. Once we get connection from DB connection class, we have to throw class not found exception and SQL exception in here. Then I am going to add string SQL in here. String SQL equal select all from customers. Select all from customers where city equal and question mark. Select all from customers where city. We need to prepare the statement in here. Prepared statement from Java SQL. Prepared statement equal connection prepared statement. We can add SQL query into this. Then prepared statement done set string parameter index 1. This one is city. Set string city. Then result set equal prepared statement dot execute query. So then I will add while loop in here. Result set dot until next. Result set until next. Result set dot next. I will add a shout result set dot get string. I will add column number 2. column index is name, we can add 1, then we can check the result of this code. We can enter customer city in here. I add New York as customer city. New York connection getting null. When I enter customer city, you can see there is an error in here. I am going to DB connection class. Driver.getConnection should be assigned to connection property. I have missed that part. Okay. Then we can enter customer city in here. I will enter New York. Okay, you can see 1. I add column index as 2, then I run the program. Then I enter New York as city. Then you can see the name of customer. As a summary, we have successfully connected with MySQL server using Java application, using DB connection, JDBC. These are the things which I needed to teach you today. I think you can grasp my explanation. If you have any comment or suggestion, please put that into comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on next video.